Welcome everyone to the historical village of Hokkaido here in Sapporo. We are of course here outside the old schoolhouse ahead of today's Emperor's Cup 5th round game against Vissel Kobe. But we don't have any games to catch up on, so without further ado let's head on over to the stadium and crack on with today's game. Okay everyone, before we head into the action, I think it's a good idea to have a little look how everyone else has been getting on in this competition, especially considering we are playing on a Sunday and the only other game going on is Kashiwa Racehall versus Yokohama F Marinos. So the other games went on the Wednesday, weirdly. Gamba Osaka lost in penalties after 2-2 against Niigata, which has to be an upset in that one. They actually went 2-0 up, almost messed it up against Gamba Osaka, who pulled 2 back in the 42nd and 70th minute, but unfortunate for them, could not pull it back in the penalty shootout. Honda Lock then went and lost at home to Nagasaki, who of course I believe got relegated last season. Chiba went and lost to Frontale in penalties. That has to be disheartening after scoring on the 114th minute, only 7 minutes after a sending off, by the way, for Frontale on the 107th minute. They went and got one back on the 120 plus 3 and then won it on penalties. We then have Antlers, who won their game 3-1 against Yokohama FC. We have Gunma, who won 2-1 against Hiroshima. Again, another upset in that one as the J2 League side beat the J1 side. We then have Red Diamonds, who won their game pretty comfortably. There was 2-0 up. They went and let a goal in, but there was versing J3 League side, a team that should probably beat a bit more than 2-1, but reasonably comfortably. They went and got themselves through. They didn't have to settle for penalty shootouts, but so we have the J2 League side beating the J1. This one, J2 versus JFL, that went as according to plan. This one, again, went according to plan, but was a bit more difficult. Antlers, again, should be beating them, so that's not a surprise. Gunma was an upset, though. J2 beating the J1, and that one, of course, going according to plan, but the J3 League side putting in a bit of a fight. In terms of today's game, though, we are versing Vissel Kobe, a team we should pretty much be beating. They're a mid-table side. They do have some amazing names like Lincoln, the likes of Iniesta, who is getting a little bit old. Opposition instructions, we're just going to apply those. We've got a good pitch condition here today. 18,031 tickets sold from a 41,484 capacity. It's a breezy 22 degrees here in the stadium today. And our team for today's match is Obi in goal, a backline of Suga, Havania, Inukai and Yanagi. On the left hand side is Lucas Nakagawa. On the right up front is Nakashima, with Lopez sitting behind him, and behind those two controlling central midfield is Fujita and the Apple Camp. Our bench consists of Owaka, Hatsus, Kimintai, Danzaki, Fujimoto, Miyazawa and Kishimoto. As you can see, a few players still have knocks. Fukumori has picked up a little knock. Nakano still has a little knock. Sonkrazin still has one. Kawasaki, he's suspended. Komai, he's suspended. And Maruka just didn't want to use him in today's game. And same with Ogashiwa, just didn't fancy playing him as well. So let's submit the team. The only change that I was considering is Kishimoto playing here, having Nakagawa on the bench. Nakagawa starting, Nakashima on the bench, and Kishimoto on the right. But I thought I'd play both of these. If it's not working out, Kishimoto can always come on. But let's just hop into the game. Enough rambling from me. Everyone's liking the tactics, so let's crack on. Lincoln appears to be playing in today's game. Oh, and Iniesta is also in the lineup. So, anybody else jump out at us? We've got both of them. No one else really particularly jumps out at me as a major threat. We need to just keep an eye on those two. So, I want you to pick up where you last left off. It is time to battle not only for ourselves, but for the Emperor himself. So, we are going to head on over to their formation, have a little look as they're doing a 4-2-3-1, and we'll keep an eye on how well they are playing. Racehall's playing well though. They've just got an early goal against Yokohama F Marinos, which is nice to see considering Yokohama F Marinos is our bogey team, the team that always seems to beat us and is in that battle for the title. Lucas holding the ball up nicely. Suga's made a nice darting run down left hand side. Inside though is Lucas, plays it through to Lopez. What a pass and what a drilled shot into the bottom left corner. We're 5 minutes in and Anderson Lopez has gone and got us on the board. What a beautiful effort. What great play. Lucas holding up the ball. Just squeezes between Yajima and Sekin. Plays the ball through. Mashida should have done better, but Lopez taps it past him and slots it past Oki. Okie dokie. We have a goal. By the way, quarter of an hour in, they don't even have a single shot. Lucas, though, whips in the cross, and Havania, with a free header, gets his 4th goal of the season. And, well, they're at panic stations. Quarter of an hour in, 2-0 down in this one. And things are looking rather comfortable. Lucas, back post, just nodded in. Nice and simple, cushioned header, well placed, wasn't particularly drilled in, but when it's placed that well, the goalkeeper doesn't have much chance getting across. And it's a bit worrying for Vissel Kobe, considering we play them in the league straight after this one at home. Hopefully we can have a similar sort of result in that one. But it looks like we're heading towards half-time. They finally got themselves a shot on the board. In fact, they have just gone and doubled up. But it's not looking good for Vissel Kobe at the moment. Applecamp will play it back to Inukai. Nice ball over to this right-hand side where he's found Nakagawa. Yanagi's making a lovely run as well. Nakagawa goes alone though. Cuts inside, in fact. Plays it across Nakashima. Lovely pass and an even better header. 16th goal for Nakashima. And we're 3-0 up, ladies and gents, right before half-time. Lovely time to score a goal. Nakagawa, well placed. He did a nice little cut inside. Iniesta should have done better, especially for a man of his expertise. He should be doing far better than that, allowing his man to cut inside and get past him so easily. But it is 3-0, ladies and gents. We've got 14 shots to their 2, 7 on target to their 1, 1.23, or just 123 on the XG, and a 0.11 for them. 4 corners to 0, 5 fouls to 2, 0 yellow cards, 85% passing to 89, 49% possession to 51. If anything, we do need to pick up the possession, but at the moment it looks like they're doing absolutely nothing with that extra 2%. In terms of the dressing room, well, we are going to head in there to the lads. They've been doing a great job. Give them a pat on the back and just go back out and enjoy the second half. Yokohama F. Marinos, by the way, if you didn't notice, are now 2-1 up in that game. That's a little disappointing for Raysol and for myself, because I don't want to run into Yokohama F. Marinos, if I'm honest. Lincoln, though, has just gone and pulled them a goal back. We need to just keep an eye on him. He's deadly. We don't want to give him too many opportunities. And he's just gone and shown us exactly why we don't want to. If we just have a little quick look here, though, Yajma with a 6.3 is struggling. They've got a guy over here on a 6.4. 6.6 for Iniesta. 6.6 over here. But the rest of the team is doing pretty decent. So their right back we need to exploit. The left attacking mid we need to exploit. Iniesta. So maybe we'll try and come down this side. Hopefully we'll try and come down the right. Make use of that a little bit more. He's not going to be tracking back too well. And hopefully that is what we can utilise. Either that or try and get an overlap on this right hand side. Maybe Suga gets in behind and just plays in a lovely cross. In terms of the tactics though, we are coming up to our usual substitution time. And speaking of Suga, I might take him off. He's on a yellow card. We don't want to risk him. He's on a 6.6. You know what? Hatsus, you can go over there. Hatsus, of course, can use both feet. He's either-footed, although I think he does prefer to be on this right wing, if I remember correctly. Oh no, he prefers to be on the left. So, perfect. He's either-footed, so I do use him probably more on the right, but he can play left and right nicely indeed. In terms of the rest of the team, though, there's no one really struggling, so it's very much a case of fitness. We could take Applecamp off, give him a bit of a rest. You know what we will? We'll take the Applecamp off. Fujimoto can hop in on that playmaker role, and then I think we'll just hold on to the last sub. We'll hold on to it, maybe use it a little bit later in the half, maybe 72nd-ish, sort of around that mark when everyone's starting to get a bit more tired. Lucas, though, holds up the ball nicely, plays it into Hatsus, back to Fujita. Lovely through ball to Lucas. There's an overlap in Hatsus if he wishes to come back with it. Instead, he plays it across to Nakagawa. Can't keep his shot on target, though. That is a little disappointing. And as we can see, Lopez, he's got a little bit tired now. So that is the perfect opportunity for us to take him off. Fujimoto, we can move up, as you can see here. But is that what we're going to do? Miyazawa. Fujimoto. Where would you prefer to be? Where would you prefer? You are 3-star in both. Is Miyazawa 3-star in both? No. Well, yes, but no. Because he is not natural. So, the fact that he's not naturally there will let him have the central midfield role. Fujimoto can move up to that central attacking mid. As you can see, they've just gone and subbed off one of their terribly performing players. Iniesta, by the way, is picking it up. He's now on a 6.7. But they're right. Ooh, Lincoln's been moved out to the wing. I believe that's probably good news for us, to be honest. Lincoln, oh, they've gone to a 4-3-3. Okay, Lincoln is now back up front. That is a little scary, but they've only got 3 minutes to try and pull 2 goals back. So, not too scary. Nakashima through ball to Lucas, maybe pull it back to Kanya. Instead, he goes himself, and he has won a penalty. Lucas will take the penalty as well. But will he slot it away, or will we see a mistake here from Lucas? Lucas has put it in the bottom corner. That is a beautiful penalty from Lucas, and it gets him his 14th goal of the season, playing from that left-hand side where he doesn't usually play. As you all know, he's usually on our right-hand side wing as a winger, this time playing as an inside forward and doing a pretty darn good job. In fact, our whole team did a pretty damn good job. Fujimoto, 6.6. Could ask for a little more from you. Same with Suga, but everyone else was fantastic. Lucas getting an 8.6. Lopez was doing great with a goal and a 7.8. Just got a little bit tired. Same with Nakashima, but it was 23 shots to 5 in the end, 13 on target to their 4, a 2.62 XG to a 0.36, 9 corners to 1, 11 fouls to 8, 1 yellow card to 0, 84% passing to 87, 52% possession to 47. So in the end, we dominated them in all match statistics. We got that possession over them in the end, even after being behind on possession in that first half. So we are through. Marinos are through, which it's a little disappointing, like I previously said, but we do have the cup draw coming up, so I think we'll do that. Then we'll have a little look at the fixture list, see where things lie, and then see where we're going for the next episode. So I'll see you back here for the cup draw in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, before we hop into the draw for the Emperor's Cup, we have a little bit of news on the contract front. This one, first of all, is Yanagi. Yanagi signed a new contract for $3,000 per week and is going to be a squad player until 2026. This one was a while back, over on the 7th of August, one I quite frankly forgot about, but here on the 9th of August, Fukumori has also updated his contract. Fukumori, of course, is 28 years of age. He's signed a 4-year contract, keeping him here till he's 32, also 2026, and a squad player. So we don't need to worry about the pair of them nagging for too much game time, and thus they can fill their roles sitting on the bench. Furthermore, we have the Emperor's Cup quarter-final draw, though. 8 teams go into the hat for the 4 matches. This includes Frontail, F. Marinos, Gunma, and Niigata. The other teams, of course, we shall have a little look at Red Diamonds. We have Antlers and Nagasaki. But who are we going to get? Are we going to be home or away? Well, Nagasaki will take on Sapporo. We are versing Nagasaki. We've got a nice away tie against an easy tie in a J2 League side in Nagasaki. Probably one of the better ones we could have got. Nagasaki or Niigata and Gunma, I believe. Niigata and Gunma, though, were the teams that got upsets in the previous round, so it's good to get them out of the way. Marinos, though, easy draw at home against Gunma. They should make their way through to the next round as well. And Urawa Red Diamonds shall take on Antlers in a nice J1 League clash, which leads us to Frontail, who are away to Niigata. They should be able to win that one, so I imagine in the semi-finals we're going to have Kawasaki Frontail. We're probably going to have Kashima Antlers from that one. Yokohama F. Marinos and Consadole Sapporo should be the semi-finals, I reckon, going forward. We'll see, though, in the future. As for now, we are going to head on over to this lovely little screen. As you can see, Thomas Vermaelen even has a twisted ankle. A couple of other players who are going to be missing that game for Vissel Kobe in 5 days' time. We also have a 3-point gap after F. Marinos drew their game in the league. I believe they drew that 2-2. But Our next game on an episode will be Beijing Hihong as we head to China in the next episode. So I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely night and goodbye.